And we're back after the break here. So let's get talking about the community and the T-board. I want to talk about both. So, like I said, when I didn't mention any names in the podcast, not the podcast, but in my responses, and I was just answering to basically posts that were on the T-board, I thought it was a little bit interesting to me. It was a bit fascinating to me that the community's response is telling me what they knew. And that's fine. No, that's okay. You all wanted, since I was speaking up, you all were coming to me and telling me. My only issue is that the community needs to start being able to stand on its own 2 feet. And I'm not saying that because of I have a problem with speaking. I have a problem with the community not standing for itself. That's what I have an issue with. And let me explain why I have an issue with this. In my opinion, if the community does not stand with itself and stand for itself, it's going to create an issue where the community itself is going to run into some problems. You all are going to run into another, like, and I'm only trying to explain this. You guys are going to run into another Riley Kilo situation. You're going to run into another one. Or if not, give rise to a second one. You have to start standing on your own 2 feet. The community has to be able to not be afraid to stand up to bullies like the Denver girls. You have to be able to stand up to them. That doesn't mean that you have to get violent or anything like that. I will never call for violence against anybody. And I'm not doing that now. What I am saying is you hit them in the wallet. That's what you do. What I mean by that is you stop buying their content, stop going to their events, stop buying their merchandise, stop buying all of it. Boycott them. That's all you have to do as a community. And for the girls that are out there that go out and just like don't care and they're like, well, I'm not a part of the drama. It doesn't matter that you're a part of the drama. If you are a part of the community and you are sitting here and buying shit from people that are terrible, that are treating people terrible in the community, then when shit happens to you, do not expect us to actually stand with you. That's what will happen. And then when you come crying to everybody saying, the community is filled with predators, blah, 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 blah. Well, you supported the predators. Just remember that. You supported them. Because I don't care. I need to let care. Yeah, fuck you. If your own looks matter more to you than the safety of the people that you are sharing the community with, you're not a good person to begin with. Matter of fact, you probably don't even belong in the community as far as I'm concerned. It's gross fucking behavior. It is. It's just like the T-board. The T-board said that, oh, well, anonymity gives us strength to be able to speak the power against those that are too powerful in the community. Oh, if that's true, can I ask a question? Why is the T-board run by all of the friends of the popular kids? Can someone explain that to me? The admin literally sits there on a daily basis kissing the ass of the Denver girls, specifically one of them. Sits there kissing their ass the whole fucking time. He's like, I think that she's so beautiful and talented, and I just wish I have never seen a woman so goofy that she is begging for the ass crumbs, the crumbs of coochie from someone who doesn't notice she exists. You're a simp, girl. I don't think you fucking realize that. People are like, well, she did speak out against them at the very beginning. Did she? She did at first because it was advantageous and she didn't want the rest of the T-board to go after her. That's why she did it. Because right after that, what did I say was going to happen? She's guy says everyone's going to forget, is they're going to act like they just completely forgot that all of this shit happened, and then they're just going to abide by the rules of whatever the fucking popular kids say. And then they'll start lavishing these people in attention by saying they're so beautiful and talented, and coming up with excuses for why people don't like them. And instead they're like, for instance, let me bring up this, because this actually happened recently. The T-board has they've let the proverbial they let the proverbial pin drop twice. More times than twice, but twice in particular. One was when I had made my claim, when I had said to the community about what I had said to the community is that I personally think that they are racist for the things that they did to those people of color. And I stood on principle on that. To only have someone on the T-board say that is more than likely friends with the popular crowd, that she's just doing what you're doing, standing with people who are more like her. Oh. So I'm standing up for people of color. So does that mean that she's only standing up for white people? I'm not sure if that's how that was supposed to come off. But yeah, if you guys want to find that particular one, you might want to go to part 4 of the highlight reel on my Instagram page. Go to part 4. It's towards the end. It's pretty fucking heinous. And people message me going, was that supposed to sound like that? That sounds like white supremacy, because that is white supremacy. And that's exactly what they believe. Now, the Denver girls may not believe that. They might believe that, or they may not. May not. May not. But their friend base does. Their fan base believes that. And that's fucking gross. Now, even right now, they're like, well, it's not like they don't have a person of color that's with them. Yeah, but how long is that going to last before they turn on that person too? When that person does something that they don't like. I'm not saying that there aren't simps that exist out there. There are black people who literally will team up with white supremacists all the time. And they will go out of their way to disparage and attack their own fucking race. That exists. We also have gays that go against their own self-interest and go against other gays, and then come up with excuse for why they are accepting money from a group of people that hate them to speak out in hate against their own people. That does exist. That doesn't make it right, but it exists. And this is no different. You're not going to have everybody agree on the same things all the time. As someone that's an activist or former activist, I knew this from the get-go. That's why I'm not speaking to them. I'm speaking to you. I have an issue with a lot of the shit that goes on with these people. Downright to the abuse of one black woman, to the point that she has PTSD from even being around these people. And then as soon as she even came back to the internet, the first thing that these assholes did was jump online and started harassing her. Because that's who they are. But they'll tell you, oh, we don't believe in shit like that. Bullshit. Y'all were doing that from the get-go. And the community knows, because the community watched, and a lot of people said that they wanted to say something, but they didn't know whether they should or not. Yes, you should. Do not stand and watch people get abused. Speak out. Stand up. I have a huge issue with the popular kids. I believe that they have turned Denver into a cesspool. I think on a personal level that the Denver community is so bad that when there was an allegation of some type of predatory behavior that happened in Denver, they couldn't tell whether it happened in their regular kink community or it happened in their age play community. The account was two specific accounts that were different, and they couldn't tell the difference of whether it was the same thing that happened or if it happened at one place and then the other ones thought it happened in a different place. Yeah. Do you realize how bad that is when you can't recognize whether or not it's the same thing that you've been talking about or not? That and this is something that happened on Tumblr, and this is goofy as fuck. Somebody came onto Tumblr and was like, this accusation has nothing to do with your community, talking about the ABDL community. This happened in the regular kink community. Honey, I think your city might be a fucking cesspool. I think you might have a predator problem. I think your city the community there in Colorado really should probably start working itself out. Because if a situation happens in the ABDL community and is directly reflectant of the kink community, you have an issue. If one person is talking about one situation, another one is talking about another situation, and both are different situations, but they sound exactly the same, you have an issue. You have an issue. That is something where the community needs to stand on principle and start fixing the fucking problems. They need to start working together. My city had that. And everybody started working together to fix the community. And they did. Is it perfect? No. Not by any means. The picture is surely on the wall slanted. But it is at a slight slant, so it looks like it's normal. I know that some of you got that reference because you've had that in your own home. This is what I am talking about, guys. I'm not going to be here every day. I'm not going to be here forever. Life is cheap. I, at any point in time, could be gone and never be here ever again. As my grandmother used to say, my eyes might be closed. Who's going to stand with you then? Who's going to speak out? You cannot have fear to speak out against people. You can't. You can't. You have to speak out. You have to say something. You have to be loud and demand that they don't do this to your community. You show action by not endorsing them, by not giving them money for their content. Let their content suffer in the darkness with no one buying it. Treat the pariahs like they should be treated. As outcasts. Do not invite them to your events. Do not invite them to anything. Stand on your morals and principles. We as a community do not need celebrities. Not ones that act like this. Not ones that protect predators. Not ones that go out here and say that they don't care if someone chokes on their own vomit and dies. Not someone that goes to a fucking to a convention and off of 2 drinks say, I don't like anybody here. The only reason why I sit down and hang out with you all is because we share the same space. When they tell you who they are, believe them. There is nothing cute, pretty, or sexy about any of this. People are getting hurt. And it is the job of us to stand on principle. That's what we do. We stand on principle. Stand up and stand against these people. Do not let them take advantage of you or treat you in such a way. It is time for the community to truly stand on its own 2 feet. I want to see the community stand up. There is another thing that a lot of people are like, well, how do we battle against this? How do we battle against like shit like this? By building up your local communities. No joke, seriously. Build up your local communities. Give people a place to go that isn't the internet. Stand on principle. Show them how it's supposed to be. You do not have to put up with the nonsense of the popular kids. You do not. At any point in time, you can stand up and tell them, go fuck yourselves. You're not welcome here. That's all you have to do. What they did in the past, as far as the good things that they may have done in the past and shit, that's not worth it. It's just like me. If I was to have done something to the community, I would expect that the community would hold me responsible. That's what I would hope. You all are good people. Do not let these people turn you into terrible people. Stand up for what you believe in. It is time for the community to do so. Again, the T-board isn't going to do it for you. The T-board was never the answer. Remember, they said, and I quote, that anonymity gave them power, yet they sit there and kiss the ass of the admin sits there and kiss the ass of these people. And it's like, but she's so cute. The admin is an embarrassment. I'll gladly take the black girl that hated me over this piece of shit. Just saying. It is... I'm asking that you all start standing together. Start thinking. Start actually putting stuff together in order to protect the community. We should not be allowing people who allow predators into their space, who allow drugs into their space to the point to hide the shit that they are doing and making comments that are fucking terrible, be able to to be able to attend or go to our events. They should be banned. And conventions that would propagate these people or bring them there and treat them like they're royalty and shit, stop supporting those cons. New conventions will always pop up. Fuck, Babyfur Con came out of fucking nowhere. And if you have never been to a furry convention, like, I know a lot of people are like, I would never go to a furry convention. They're so weird. No, they're not. They're no weirder than any other fucking kink that exists out there. And not only that, but they actually hold munches during their conventions. Just saying. They hold actual munches during their conventions. And get-togethers, and it's great. It's great. Like, Anthrocon is probably one of the funnest cons I've ever been to. To be honest, like, to be 100% honest, Anthrocon is more fun than Capcon. And that's saying something, because that is a convention that is specifically for age players. Yet Anthro is way more fun. There's a lot to do at Anthro. There are a lot of vendors. There's just a lot for everybody. And to be completely honest, at Babyfur Con, I'm very interested to go to. I would love for them to do an East Coast Babyfur Con, and I would love to go to that. And so I could see what's the difference between that and an age play con. Because both of them are age play. It's just that one involves furries and the other one doesn't. That's the thing. Again, very interesting shit. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's I just want to see the community do better, and I believe in the community, and I believe that the community can do better. You all knew that a lot of this shit was going on. You all spoke out your words, but you can no longer be afraid. The time of fear is gone. It is time for people to stand together and to stand on principle and show that this community does not support people who support predators. It does not support people who do all this other shit that try to damage the community, who do not keep its own people safe. In my community, if you were found out to run an event like that, you would be lambasted and people would stop going. Hard stop. Point blank, period. No one would support you. Ever. And in my opinion, no one should support these people either. All right. So that's all I have for today's podcast. Thank you for joining me. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I got for that. Ageplay, gaming and Ageplay is coming back. We're going to be doing live streams every Wednesday and Thursday. There will be people that are not kink related in those live streams. They know that they will be on a kink live stream. I've told them this, and they were perfectly fine with it. But they are, some of them are tangentially kink or other kinks actually. So, yeah. So my whole thing is like, we have a lot of people that are in the community that are vastly more diverse. We will have episodes. Now, not every episode is going to have me live streaming with friends. Some of them, like when I'm playing certain games, those people are not friends. I don't talk to them. They're just randos that happen to be on the same mission as me. So I don't care. But yeah, what I'm just saying is that we do a live stream together. We get like, have a conversation about stuff. Those that are a part of the live stream. If you are interested in being a part of those live streams, hit me up, send me a message, and we will talk. And we can talk about, what platforms you have. We also will be doing, Dragon Ball Fighters now, because the computer can actually handle that now, because after I built this new one. Yeah, we'll be doing, Dragon Ball Fighters. We'll be doing, what's the other one? Killer Instinct, Ultimate Marvel 3 Community Edition. Yeah, we have a lot that we can do. So I will see you all soon, in that live stream, in those, episodes. I do have smaller episodes of that series coming out. Look forward to them. They should be out within the next few days. But yeah, thank you for joining me. And it's been a pleasure having you guys on, listening to the podcast. This is Kid Ankh signing out. I'll catch you all later. Bye.